Zoom recording that was over 2 hours long. I wanted to do a recording that catered to each individual course. So this one is for Chem 112 Lab. I want to walk you through lab, your expectations, show you how Canvas is set up for this particular course. On the home screen, you will see the 3 most recent announcements. If you need to see any announcements prior to that, you need to click on the Announcements tab. On the right-hand side, you will see recently posted announcements and your to-do list, as well as upcoming assignments by due dates. You can also see these assignments that are due. If you click on View Course Calendar, it will show you a calendar and place those assignments on the appropriate due date. If you click View Course Stream, it just gives you a different viewpoint of your main screen here. And then if you click on View Course Notifications, you can elect to enable the notifications for this course. I strongly suggest that you do that. If you click here, you can view the syllabus. Please be sure to read through the syllabus. I just want to highlight a couple things. You will need a calculator. A TI-30 is recommended, but there's also an app called Desmos, D-E-S-M-O-S, that you can download, and it's available for Android and Apple devices as well. Okay, and that is a free calculator you can download and use for this portion of the course. You will need a calculator for lecture, entirely up to your professor which one they allow you to use. The other thing you need to pay attention to is that you are going to be required to upload your labs weekly. So if you're doing a lab, say this week, labs always start on Monday and they need to be submitted the following Monday. So when you start your lab on the 25th, it will need to be submitted by February the 1st. If you scroll down in your syllabus, you will actually find a schedule. And that schedule is here, letting you know exactly which lab we're doing. The weeks we don't have lab, you will have a lab due that Monday, but you won't have something due the following Monday. So pay attention to this schedule. I would put it in my calendar on maybe my personal device. The other thing is that I did mention in the course earlier today, I kind of mixed you up with the other lab. For 112, because you are not taking any quizzes throughout the semester, you guys have to take the final exam. So I know earlier, I think I said if you had a 90% average, you were exempt. But the fact that you guys are utilizing a different kit from 111, you don't have pre and post lab quizzes, nor do you have cumulative quizzes throughout the semester. So you are required to take the final exam. I do drop your lowest lab grade. And I don't accept late assignments unless it has to do with not receiving your kit. That's why I say I need you to order that kit this week, if possible, to take care of that, to avoid having a kit arrive late. I don't want you to have to try to play catch up, okay? We're going to go to modules. This is where you're going to find the meat of your course, okay? At the top, this is just information from Tidewater Community College. If you click on the arrows or the triangles here, you can collapse them or you can expand them. In this particular module, you'll see your syllabus again. You'll see a blurb about myself, and you'll have a link here you can click on to sign up for office hours. There's a link for scheduling and a link to join when it's your appointed time. After that, you have a link that is going to open HOL in Canvas, which is the hands-on lab. That's the company that supports your lab kit. And then you will also have one tab that if you click on it, it will immediately try to take you to Yahoo for some reason. If you go back and you click on the square with the triangle, it will take you out to the actual website. I'm already logged in. I'm going to go in and kind of show you what it looks like from your end. You are required to complete the prerequisites before you can complete any of the lessons below. So you will complete Getting Started. You will complete Lab Safety. When you are finished, you download a PDF that you will you will be altering and uploading to Canvas. And I'll explain that in just a second. All right, so if we go back, you would have gone to HOL to pull, that's where you're going to pull all of your assignments. And you have 2 videos here to kind of help you with that. You're going to review just our basic lab safety and then take the quiz on safety and lab materials. All right, so I'm going to come out of student view for just a second. And I'm going to go in instructor view so you can kind of see what the other modules look like. You will always have learning outcomes. Then you will have a link that will take you out to the HOL site where you will log in and you will pull up that particular lab. I already showed you the getting started, and then the second week you're going to do your lab safety. For these 2, your file upload is literally going to be what you do on the HOL site. You will download it as a PDF and just simply upload it to Canvas. After you have completed lab safety, your upload procedure is going to change just a little bit, and I will remind you of this as we get closer to this lab that starts on February the 15th, okay? You're going to do an activity called quantitative spectroscope and visible light. When you go to HOL, it literally walks you through the activity. You will type in your data as you're going through, and at the end it's going to generate a PDF for you, okay? I don't want you to upload that PDF because you will find that it contains a lot of extra information. So I'm going to go in again from student view, and I want to pull up that particular lab. And so you'll see you have an exploration section. Then you're going to have 2 exercises that you're going to complete. I'm going to just click on the first one so that you can see how that experimentation goes, okay? It tells you what you're going to do. It tells you how to build your spectroscope and gives you a picture of what it looks like, okay? And you're going to go through and do all of this. Make sure you're reading through the instructions. And then you have questions, exercise questions that you need to answer all the way through. And then you are going to do experiment 2, and you will answer those particular questions. Once you are finished, you go through and you do the evaluation, you finish that up, and you go on to next. It will then show you what you have completed for each one of these exercises. You'll have answers here now. And then it will give you the opportunity to download your assignment, okay? And you are going to download that particular assignment. If you had to type in numbers that required superscripts or subscripts, you're not going to be able to do that in HOL. So what's going to happen is I'm going to give you an opportunity to fix those. Also, if you need to do any calculations, please do them on your own paper, nice and neat. And you're going to upload those as pictures into your lab. The other thing that you are required to do for each lab that you complete, of course, not the lab safety or the getting started, but those labs that come along later on, you're going to be required to insert photographs of your particular lab. And I'm going to show you what the rubric looks like for that. So in order to alter your HOL file, it's going to be a PDF. I'm going to show you here, if you go into your Google Drive, you can upload a PDF into your drive. So I'm just going to pick one of my PDFs randomly and upload it. All right, so uploading this PDF, once it has uploaded, if you click, if you right click on your PDF and you select Open With, you can select Google Docs. What's nice about that is it's going to take whatever PDF you have and put it in Google Docs, and it then will be editable. Okay, you can go in and make edits. So this will give you the opportunity to correct those superscripts, those subscripts. It gives you editable text. I can go in and actually make corrections. And so your job will be to go in and make those corrections. And then you will be able to go down below here, and as you have taken pictures of your lab, you can insert your images. Insert your images at the end, and then you want to make sure that you have labeled those images As well, you should be taking pictures throughout your lab experiments, any observations, any measurements that you're taking, you should have pictures for those, and that is what you should be inserting into your document. Okay, so in your document, you'll be able to go in and save all of that information. Once you are finished, it will save a copy to your Google Drive. You're going to click File, and you're going to come down to Download, and you're going to download it as a PDF. And so that will then give you your PDF to upload into your Canvas assignment. That's probably the quickest way to go and alter that PDF, put everything into one file. You'll download it as a PDF and then upload it right here to Canvas. Okay, yours is slightly different than 111 because you do have to actually go into that HOL website to do all of your work. Don't try to do the math in the website. Just type your answers there. It will ask you or suggest that you do the math there. No need. The only calculations I need to see are the calculations for one trial. So if you are doing, let's say you are taking the length of 5 different objects and you have to take that length and convert it into several units. I only need to see the math for one object. The other 4 you can do in the calculator or what had on scratch paper, but I only need to see you do calculations one time. So make sure you're going through the lab and you're saying, okay, I did this calculation here, and then now I have to do it again. I don't have to show my work. Or I did this calculation here. It doesn't show up anywhere else in the lab. Let me make sure I show it this time so I can show that I know how to do it, okay? And for your course, that is pretty much it. Make sure, like I said, you're uploading PDF files. I showed you how to do that and alter those through the Google Docs. And again, you're going to attach your pictures at the end. If you need to do graphs, I'm paying attention to the labs, and if the lab is going to require a graph, I do have 2 videos I will post for you that show you how to make a bar graph and how to make a line graph in Google Docs. 9 times out of 10, you're going to have to make a line graph. I will post those videos as you get to those particular labs that require it, okay? You don't have to make your graph in the document. You can actually make it on graph paper, but it has to be on graph paper, and then you can take a picture and upload it into your document. But if a graph is required, you need to make sure that you are including that in your document as well. Okay? I think that's about it for your course. So if you have any further questions, be sure to shoot me an email.